Welcome to another reformer video. My name is Melanie and this is my friend Rebecca. Today we're going to do a balanced body IQ reformer standing workout. Place one right spring or one heavy spring onto the machine. And if you would, Rebecca, please step off of the machine to the right side. Your right foot will be on the outer edge of the machine, left foot up against that shoulder block with the toe curled under. We're going to start with our hands on the foot bar. Front leg will start straight, back leg is straight. We're just going to begin lunging straight out, holding onto that foot bar. So straighten out both legs as the carriage comes in. Bend the leg on the front leg, the right leg, as you send it back. So just holding on to that foot bar for stability as you warm up. You really want to make sure the hips are squared. So what that means is both hip bones are facing forward. Good, and the goal is to try to keep your knee right around over your ankle, plus or minus a couple centimeters is fine. Let's go for about 3 more. Taking this time to practice using your breath. Good, and next time you lunge out, you're going to carefully, slowly bring it all the way home, straightening out both legs, close the carriage all the way. Steady yourself, you're going to stand up nice and tall, place your hands on your hips, hips nice and square, and now you're going to repeat that without holding on. So sending that carriage straight back, inhale, bring it right back in. Being careful not to arch the lumbar spine, the lower back as you press away, not necessarily tucking under, just keeping that nice neutral spine as you go down. Each time you extend that front leg, press into the heel to drive the torso and head straight up. Good, we're going to take 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press the carriage away. You're going to stand there. Now bend that back knee, bring the carriage in, press it straight back. We're going to go for 10. This is 9. Really feeling the glutes and hamstrings firing up here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Sorry in advance, Rebecca, for what's to come. Good. This is 6. Still using your breath. 5, 4, 3, last 2, 1. Bend the knee, pause there, bring the knee right under your hip. You're going to take tiny pulses up and down, just moving the torso up and down. Carriage should be just a little bit away from the stopper. This is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in, exhale, extend the legs long, bring the carriage home, and we're going to walk around to the other side. Ooh. So good times, keeping the spicy already. So this time, maybe step your foot a little bit further away from the front edge of the machine. Okay. And your right foot is going to be right up against the shoulder block. Hands on the foot bar to start. We're just going to begin with that lunge with the hands supporting your torso on the foot bar. So legs straighten up as you close the carriage, or the left leg straightens up as you close the carriage. And even though you're holding onto that foot bar, you can still think about a nice open, proud chest. And you still want to tuck the chin in, like you're doing a little chin tuck here. Warming up through the legs, getting us ready to work pretty quickly. Good, 3 more. Last 2. And 1. Bring it all the way home. Close the carriage all the way. Maybe now move your left foot a little bit further back to give yourself more room to work. You can move that right foot off the reformer to do that if you need to. All right, so scooting that left foot back just a little bit so maybe your toes are aligned with the front edge of the carriage. You're going to stand up super tall. Your hands can be on your hips again or extended forward. You're going to straighten out the back leg, bend that left knee as you lunge to send the carriage all the way back. Head shoots up toward the ceiling each time you come home. Good. Trying really hard to keep the hips focused. Keep the hips focused. What am I talking about? Keep the hips square, like you've got lights on each hip bone pointed forward. And something to think about is pushing into that heel, really slowing down the return will help you get the most work you can get out of that left leg on the way back. Good. We should have 2 more. And last one, press all the way out. Keep that left leg bent. You're going to draw the back leg Bending, bringing that knee under your hip, extending straight out. Inhale as you bring the knee under your torso, extend back out. Bring the knee a little bit further forward. There you go. Very nice. We've got 7, 6. Feel that back heel pressing into the shoulder block. 4 more. Last 3. Final 2. You should maybe be feeling a little shaky on the left side. And 1. Good. Bend that knee. Bring the leg under your hip. Find a little bit of a deeper squat here. We're going to do tiny pulses up and down, sending that head up and down. This is now 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Exhale. Extend the legs long. Draw the carriage all the way home and step off of the machine. Very nice, guys. So for this next series, we're going to continue on with standing. We're going to remove the foot bar because we're on an IQ reformer. For those who are on a different model, just place it down. We're going to pause, take it off. We'll be right back. All right. Next up, we're going to go for our standing, skater, and side split series, which is really fun for me in the teacher seat. I don't know about for you. So if you would, please step your left foot up onto the platform first, the stable part. Super important to listen to that. The right foot will go onto the bed. You can have your foot maybe a few inches away from the edge, whatever feels comfortable. You're going to begin with your hands on your hips. Find a really deep squat. So you're going to send your tailbone back, hinging at the hips. And what we're going to do is keep your hip aligned over your knee on the left side, and you're going to extend that right leg to the side. Other way. It's okay. Right leg straightens and comes back home. Good. Exhale, extend. Bring it right back in. So for this one, super important, you want to think about that left leg being rock solid. So if you feel like your knee is starting to drift while that hip is going in another direction, that's exactly what you want to try to control. If you can, find 1 inch down further. Good. We're going to go for 5 more. This is 4. Exhale as you press away. 3, 2, and 1. Without stopping, you're going to bring it back. Shift your weight onto that right leg. Now we're going to switch sides. Left leg extends long. Inhale, bring it home. So this is where it gets really hard to keep that right leg really stable because it's on this mobile platform here. But really important to press away and control the carriage as it comes home. Good. 5 more. Good. Bring your hip over that right knee just a little bit more. So lean a little bit more into the right side. There you go. Last 2. And 1. Bring it all the way home. You can straighten out just for a second. Close the stopper. Now what we're going to do is put those 2 movements together, alternating sides. So close the carriage, find your deep squat, push into the heels, sending that tailbone back. We're going to straighten out the right leg first. Bring it back in. Now straighten out the left leg and bring it back in. So what you don't want to do is let your body weight kind of push side to side. You always want to be centered over that standing leg so that your supporting hip is right over that supporting knee, which is right over your supporting ankle. So there should be a lot of octopus motion happening through those feet. Okay. The brain part is like the hard part sometimes. Find a little bit of a deeper squat. You may find yourself slowly straightening out those legs as this one continues. Really important to make sure you're sending that tailbone down and back. Good. We're going to go for 4 more each side. Good, nice control. 3. Still breathing. And of course, always supporting yourself with your abdominals. It's Pilates, everything is abs. Good. Last set. And 1. Good. Slowly close the carriage with control. Stand all the way up. Step your right foot down onto the floor. Left foot down. And we're going to turn around and go for the other side. So once again, always, please, for the love of whatever you believe in, step on the stable platform first. Left foot goes onto the mobile. So once again, hands on your hips or extended forward, whatever works for you. Find your squat before you move the carriage back. You're going to straighten out the left leg on the bed. Sending it straight out, wiggling that right leg, and bring it right back in. And each time trying to control the stopper. There you go. It's like when you're dancing in point shoes. You don't want to pump. That's the ballet equivalent. Good. We're going to go for 5 more. Good. 3. Find a little bit of a deeper squat. You can do it. Not just a hinge, send the butt down too. And 1. Bring it right back in. You need a breather?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Breathers are fine. All right, finding your squat once again. And now we're going to extend the right leg out. So keeping that left leg stable, don't let the knee lead. There you go. Push the whole foot into the platform. Good. I know I'm really torturing you right now, Rebecca. I'm sorry. Okay. I was going to say you'll thank me tomorrow, but you'll probably be more mad at me tomorrow. Good. All right, we've got 5 more. And the good news is, these are almost done. Yeah. That is good news. 3. Last 2. I know, try to control it. It's super hard. And 1. Good. Bring it all the way back in. Straighten out the legs just for a second. Shake it out. Okay. We're going to alternate sides now. So hands on your hips, extended forward, whatever you want to do. We're going to squat back. Now we're going to alternate sides. Left leg goes out first. Control it all the way in. Right leg extends next. Don't let that knee lead before the hip. Good. Left leg goes out. Good. Right leg next. That one was much more stable. Really nice. Okay. We've got 6 more. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to live. I promise. Good. 5. If you feel your butt starting to creep up, like your legs are straightening, find just 1 more centimeter of the spine. That's all I ask. Good. 3 more sets. Still breathing. This is starting to feel really hard. Really focus on that exhale as you press away. I promise it will help. Last 2. Good. Final. Good. And extend. Really good. Close it slowly with control. Straighten out those legs. Shake it out. When you're ready, please step your left foot off of the bed first onto the floor, right foot second, and we're going to put the foot bar back on. If you have a non-IQ reformer, just place it in the upright position. We'll be right back. All right, so we're going to move into side splits next. We had a foot bar issue, so I would leave it down. We are not able to do that right now, so we're going to make the best of it. 1 red spring will be like an beginner intermediate level, or you could go for a blue spring or even a yellow spring for an advanced version. So you do you. We're going to do red right now. So step your left foot up onto the sandpaper, right foot onto the carriage. We're going to go into side splits. So walk your foot out without moving the carriage out to about midway onto the bed. Hands will be on the hips for starters. Just think about your spine being in neutral. So if you feel like you're arching that low back, tuck it under just a little. Both legs stay straight. You're going to send the carriage out. Big breath in. Head goes straight up as you control the carriage in. So one thing I want you to think about is the way in should not be easier than the way out. If it is, you need to control the return a little bit more. So think about squeezing the inner thighs as you bring back. That was really good, Rebecca. If this is feeling doable, you can also straighten the arms down, extend them out to a T as you send the carriage in. Bring the palms back to your hips as you bring it right back in. Make sure you just close the stopper each time. So very good. Good. See the shake of truth happening. I'm very proud. Good. 1 more here. Good. And now bring your arms up to this beautiful ballet position. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open them out to that T as you send the carriage away. Big breath in, exhale, close them as you draw the carriage in and close the stopper. Good. Let's go for 8. This is 7. And you can bring the hands facing forward, or if you prefer, you can keep the palms up if you'd like to just go for a basic open close. Slowly control. little bit more intention on the way back in, squeezing the inner thighs together. Good. We're going to go for 3 more. Last 2, make sure the toes are facing forward. And 1. All right, bring it all the way back in. This next one is called pick a flower or side split with a twist. I like to think it's like picking up your keys. So you're going to twist through the torso, take your left hand, send it down toward your right ankle as you send the carriage away. So it's an oblique twist. Pick up your keys by your right foot. Inhale, untwist as you draw the carriage right back to starting. So start with the twist, send the carriage away, pick up your keys off the floor. Inhale, twist, return. That looks really good. Good. So you should be feeling some obliques on that left side. Certainly work through the legs. Let's just do 3 more. We don't need to belabor the point. Good. Now that we've got the movement down, now we can make it a little more fluid. Twist and dive at the same time. Good. Last one. Everything Rebecca does is so pretty. Ballet business. All right, draw it in slowly with control. You're all done. And we're going to step the right foot back down off of the carriage onto the floor. Left foot down second. We're going to turn around, go for the other side. So once again, right foot on the stable platform. Dear God, please. Thank you. That was not about you. I've seen a lot. Both legs will start straight. Hands on the hips. Make sure you're not arching back. So give a little scoop under with the pelvis if you need to. We're going to send the carriage away. Both legs stay straight. Make sure that tailbone isn't scooping out behind you. Belly button in. You're going to think about zipping up your abdomen. You're getting into a really tight pair of jeans. Remember, think about keeping the return as challenging as going out. Good. We're going to do 4 more. If you'd like to now take your arms out to a T as you go out for free, just make sure the hands don't go up above the shoulders. You really want them at shoulder height or even a little bit lower so you don't have this grip in your traps. Good. Check, make sure you're not arching your back. And last one. Really nice. Okay, next time we're going to draw the arms up to that beautiful ballet position. Make sure you're not arching the back. Send the arms out to that T as you extend out. Bring them right back up as you exhale. Really nice. Good control. Okay. Check in with your ribs. Make sure they're not popping up toward the ceiling. If you find that you're arching this way, you're going to put a little bit of pressure on your low back. So you just want to close the rib cage, draw those ribs down toward your pelvis without collapsing the collarbone with them. Good. We should have 2 more. All right, it happens. And last one. Let's finish really strong. Very nice. Arms out to that T. Last set, we're going to pick up the key. So you're going to start with the twist, sending your right hand down toward your left foot as it scoots out. Inhale, untwist as you return. Arms come back to that T. Twist through the torso, send the carriage away. Reach for your keys by your left foot. Really nice. Good. Now, if this is feeling comfortable, combine it. You can send the carriage away as you begin that twist. Coming back to that nice organized position every single time. Good. Last 2. Very nice. And last one. Back slowly with control. So we're going to move into lunges next. So if you would, Rebecca, just pivot to face forward. That right foot is still going to stay centered on that platform. Your left foot is going to scoot back, so it's not quite on the shoulder block, but a little bit away. That back heel is going to be raised. Start with both hands on the foot bar. You want your front knee bent, the shin actually right up against the foot bar. And I'm sorry, if you had not put the foot bar back or raised it up, now's the time to do so, please. And you're going to start with your hands on the hips. We're going to keep that front leg bent as we send the carriage away. Left back leg is straight. Inhale, raise it back up slowly with control. You can actually push your shin very gently into the foot bar if you like. This one is really tough on the glutes on the right side. Really tough balance challenge for most of us. Good, and really squeeze with the supporting side of your glutes here as you come back up. We're just gonna do 3 more. I don't want to actually murder you. Thank you. You're welcome. Last 2. I see the shaking and I like it. All right, last one. Okay, very nice. Bring your hands down to the foot bar. We're gonna switch sides. I'm gonna really be mad at me tomorrow, Rebecca. I'm sorry. Okay, so now you're gonna bend that front knee just a little bit to get started. You're gonna lift your hands up onto your hips. Back leg is straight. Okay, you're gonna push fully out into that lunge and then straighten that front leg. Bring it right back up. Make sure your hips are square. Just because this is hard doesn't mean it's good to let them get out of the sink.
I just need to adjust.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Just a bit.
Okay, do what you gotta do. Make sure that back foot has the heel raised. That's really important. And really feel the glute squeeze every time you come up and exhale. It's definitely gonna help. You just have 3 more. Last 2. And 1. Bring all the way home. Step your right foot onto the floor. We're gonna go right into scooter stretch. So right foot up against the side of the machine. Left foot is up against that shoulder block behind you. You can press the carriage out, sending it back just a little bit. Knee is gonna be on the bed. You can just enjoy this nice hip stretch here. I'm sure you need it. I'm sorry to you too, not just Rebecca, but literally opted in for this, so enjoy. Good. And if you feel like this is a nice stretch, but it's hitting your lower back a little bit, you can also think about really scooping the pelvis under, keeping that deep scoop and only sending the carriage back like a little tiny bit. If you curve the upper spine so that you're in this flexion as well, that can really emphasize the stretch on the hip flexors on the left side. So just feel it out, see what feels best to you. All right, let's go for the other side. So right foot up against the shoulder block on the opposite side. Start off just feeling it out. See what level of extension here feels best to you on that right hip. And once again, if you feel like you need a little bit more on the hip flexor, you can go for that real curve on the upper spine and maybe keep the pelvis scooped under and just send the carriage back a little bit here. Okay, bring both knees onto the bed if you would. We're gonna go for a nice deep hamstring stretch. So you're gonna be on your left knee with your left foot up against the shoulder block behind you. And you're gonna bring your right foot onto the foot bar in between your hands. So your left leg is going to be bent to start. What you wanna do is keep your hip on the left side right over your knee. And all we're gonna do is just straighten out that right leg as much as you can. Might not be straight for very many of you, and that's fine. And bend the front knee, bring it right back in. So the hip is staying right over the knee on the supporting leg. It's just the right leg extending and bending. And pausing the stretch, great choice, or just keep it mobile, fluid, that's also great, whatever makes you feel it. Okay. On this next one, if you are of the bendiest of us, what you're also going to do when that right leg is extended out, you're going to straighten out that left knee a little bit, or a lot if you're Rebecca and Gumby's cousin, and you can just bend and extend that back leg. Yeah, so you want to try to get the full extension you can in the right leg as you're doing this. That will probably help you focus this a little bit more in the hip. So right leg will stay straight as you bend the back knee in and out. Yeah, so you're just kind of gently, fluidly pulsing here. Just 2 more. Okay, bring it back in. We're gonna go to the other side and stretch a little bit more before we move on. So left leg to the center, square off the hips. You're just gonna straighten out the left leg, keeping the right hip over the right knee, and bend to come back in. If you wanna pause in the stretch, go for it, of course. Take this on your own time. Good. And when you're ready, straighten out that left leg. Keep it straight, or what straight is for you today, and just pulse that back knee in and out. So it's not necessarily about range, like this doesn't have to be extreme, but as long as you're feeling a stretch in the hamstring on the left side, get a little bit of hip stretch on the right side here as you're pulsing that knee, that's really what we're after. Good. Last one. Good, and return it, bring it all the way in, and come back to sitting on the carriage. Let's do a little bit of arms. Let's make this a whole full body jam. So we're gonna, while you're sitting there, grab the straps into your hands. I'd like for you to come up to a kneeling position if your knees can take it. So you would curve the toes under, come up onto your knees, palms will be in the straps, palms facing forward. What we're gonna do is keep the keep the chest really wide, and the hands will be close to your hips. What you're gonna do is exhale, press the palms up as you lift your butt. Inhale, bring it down slowly with control. So this is a lot of lower body in this one. We're gonna really squeeze the glutes. Make sure the hands stay as wide as the shoulders, not wider, not more narrow. Good. This is an oldie but a goodie. Really nice control. Good. Pick up the pace just a little if you want to, finding that squeeze. Not necessarily going for power, but nice consistent pressure all the way through. Let's go for 5. And 4. Each time you come down, you're not resting, you're just barely touching your heels before you come up. Last 2. And 1. Good. Press right back up. We're going to go into serve a tray. So bend the elbows in, extend the arms out, exhale. Good. Next time you bend the elbows, bring the hips down to your heels. And again, if your glutes are burned out from the last series, you can keep the hips up, but I encourage you to a little bit more spice. So each time the elbows just about skim the rib cage. Hands are just as wide as your shoulders. Good. We're going to go for 4 more, doing a few more reps. This is 3. Last 2. And 1. Pause at the top, tiny circles to the outside. Let's go for 10. 9 palms facing forward. Make sure your upper back isn't starting to reach back and moving forward just a little bit. There you go. This is 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse directions for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit your butt back down. Rest for 1 second. You're going to keep your hips down for a moment. Keep hold of those straps. We're going to go for hug a tree. So you're just going to bring the straps to the side of the body. I want to make sure your hands are in front of the hips to start. So elbows are going to be lifted. Your shoulder is slightly higher than your elbow, which is slightly higher than your wrist. You're going to squeeze the palms together. Inhale, bring the arms right out to the side. Good. Exhale, squeeze, getting all these muscles through the shoulders, through the chest. If this feels very doable, or you want a little bit more, you could raise the hips off of the heels. Don't feel compelled. That was an invitation, not a command. But if you're going to keep your hips up, keep them lifted for this one. Good. So not lowering down. Yeah. So they can stay up or stay down. Very good. Nice round shape with those arms, like you're grabbing onto that tree or hugging a big beach ball. Exhaling as you press. Last one. Very good. All right, sit your heels down. You're going to leave them there for now. We're going to bring your hands into a triangle, just a little bit of triceps before we move on. We're going to go for a shave your head. So index fingers together, thumbs together. You're going to bring that triangle right to the crown of your skull. Hinge at the hips, leaning forward. We're going to press that triangle up on an upward diagonal. Elbows go wide. Shave the back of your head as you bring those hands down. So the ropes you want to be on the back edge of your arms, so you're not getting tangled up. Yep. Good, really trying to keep the thumbs and index fingers connected. So almost think about brushing your ponytail as you go back. There you go. Hinge a little bit more. Nice. 4. Last 3. Final 2. And 1. Excellent work. Release those straps. You're going to turn around. We've got 1 more and then I'm going to let you go today. So bring that headrest to a downward position. Rebecca, you were such a trooper. You're going to spread your legs through the shoulder rest. And if you need to or like to, you can cross your ankles. You want about a hand distance between your butt and the back edge of the mat. Once you're there, you're going to reach, grab for the straps. Straps will be in the hands. Flip your palms to face your torso. You're just going to begin taking a nice curl down. So you're going to scoop the belly under. If you need to adjust, go for it. Good, make sure the palms are up and curl up to sitting nice and tall. So we're going to get some arms in here first. We're just going to begin with a nice deep curl. Exhale, belly stays pushed in as you curl back up. Good. Make sure the palms aren't drifting in, staying up. Good. Next time you curl back, you're going to hold that curl and you're going to press the palms in toward your face and extend them long. Make sure the collarbone stays wide. I know it's really hard when you're in this sort of bicep curl position to not roll the shoulders forward, but you want to think about the shoulders rolling back, collarbone wide. Elbows shouldn't be coming in more narrow than your shoulders. Okay. Rebecca's doing a good job, but just also at home, make sure your elbows aren't drifting down here. They should really be just about at shoulder height the whole time. And exhaling as you press in, inhaling as you come in. We're going to do 4 more. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Extend the arms, roll up, release the straps, fold over your legs. I have done enough for you today. You have done enough for yourself. Just reach for your ankles. Feel that nice hamstring stretch. Like Rebecca's doing, you can feel it out. Find spots that feel sticky to you. And when you're ready, just sit in a comfortable position on your reformer facing one side. We're going to face camera, obviously. And you're going to rest your arms down by your sides. Feel your weight be really even on your hip bones. Arms will be fingertips down by your side. You're going to reach your left arm up and over. Palm will flip to face the floor. You're going to soften that right elbow. Feel that nice side body stretch. You're going to curve your torso over to the right. Feeling a little stretch through the back, looking for the floor. Bring it back to front facing. We're going to open that arm out to the back like you're waving to somebody back behind you, getting that chest stretch. I always like to wiggle the fingers here. I don't know why. I get a little more stretch. Arm back up over your head. Big breath in, exhale. Use your obliques to lift you, not just your arm. And we're going to go for the other side. Left arm down, right arm goes up and over. Flip the palm to face the floor. Keep that right hip nice and anchored into the floor. Don't let your butt cheek come up off if you can avoid it. Right shoulder down. You're going to curve your torso down so you're looking at the floor. Inhale, bring it back to front. Reach and look over your shoulder. I'm going to hit this lamp. Hi, buddy. Wiggle the fingers if you like. Just make sure that shoulder isn't going up to your ears. Arm back to starting. Big breath in, exhale. Use the obliques to lift you. You can support yourself with your hand if you need to. And take a big breath in. Bring the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, stay really tall. Drop them. Good, 1 more time. Big breath in, grow an inch. Exhale, drop them. You are all done. Thank you so much. Awesome job. Really appreciate it. Please give this video a like, subscribe for more. We do a lot of these things. Rebecca's so kind to let me exhaust her all the time. So we'd love to see you again, and leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this video or if you want to see anything more. Bye. Oh my God, you beast.